right, we're back. Rotten potatoes again, but this time we're going to do some stuff. We're going to add this new feature using the TMDB, and we're going to do routes and just everything that you're going to do at small scale. Okay, let's go back here. Show. Okay, so here is, let's look at the, so we're going to create, because this is a new feature, we're going to create this feature in its own file in the features directory. Let's see what it looks like. I showed it on the screen there, right? Here it is, the feature, and here's the little contextual format as movie fan, and this is doing the SAD path, where we have to do all this setup, and then at the end we said we should see movies does not exist here. Okay, so that's the feature. Let's just go to Cucumber. I'll clear it again. And we're going to want to do Cucumber not for add movie feature, but for search TMD. So let's try it. You know, this shouldn't work, but let's see how far it gets in this feature for search in TMDB. Okay, so it said the scenario failed. There were 6 steps in this case. 1 passed, 1 failed, and the rest were skipped. Okay, so given I'm on the Rotten Potatoes homepage, it can have that. Then I should see search TMDB, and it said it failed here. What we said earlier, what was missing, and I'll go, we said earlier what was missing, we need to add, whoops, here, and so we want to add this Haml code to create the view. So we don't have the view, so let's create the view. So we're going to copy it. Let's see. We're going to copy this code. It's conveniently, the commercial slips right in there. All right. Oops. Keep forgetting to do that. All right. So we've copied that. Now let's go back to the terminal window, and it says add this to the Haml, this Haml file under views. Okay. Here's the Haml file under views, and it said it actually said to add it to the end of this, so we'll add it to the end of that, and let's write that out. Now go back, try Cuc again. What was that? Okay. All right. So let's try it again. I tried putting Jeopardy music in, but I'm afraid we'd get sued. All right. Okay. So what happened? A lot of message. Oh my God! Look at, I must have really made a bad turn here. Okay.
You probably had an indentation syntax error in the Haml.
No, there's no route. This is actually, this is not, it looks bad, but it's not a disaster. There's no route, so I just have to add the route. That's a lot of error messages for a route. So.
That step passed before.
What?
Didn't that step pass?
Let me show you what happens when I add the route. Yes, it did pass before when I add the route. Okay, so here's the route I have to add. So let me just copy it again. Okay, copy it. Okay, let me go over here, and we need to add the route. So it actually says to put it right here after resources movies. It says that in the comments in the code. Yeah, it says to do that there. So now I've added the route, and let's see what Cuc does with this. Okay. It's always exciting when you're giving a live demo. All right. Oh, look, 3 passed. So let's go back. So given I'm on the Rotten Potatoes homepage, and geez, I can't. I search a TMDB. When I fill in the search terms and I press, it says search TMB. So what it says is, and this is a much more comforting error message, I can't find the action, the method in the controller that you're supposed to invoke. That's because we haven't written it yet, right? So that seems good. So let's go back to pastebin, find that fake controller method. So all that it does is writes to the flash. Every time it's never going to find a movie. It's a terrible search method. It always fails. So we copy it, go back to the controller. We're going to add this to the controller. You can add it anywhere. So let's just add it at the top. And we've seen what it looks like. So now we've got the view, we've got the route, we've got the action that the route's supposed to be mapped to. Let's go back to Qt and try to, okay, do it again. The suspense. Yes! Everything passed, all 6 passed, and everything's green. So it's kind of visually exciting when you do the cucumber and it works, right? And when you do it, and like I did actually do what you didn't hear Armando said, because Hamel is not parenthesized, right? It's based on indentation. I did enter it one time with VI, and it put extra spaces in, and the whole thing broke, and it's very disconcerting. But so it's exciting when it happens. Okay, so let's go back to PowerPoint here. Okay, so how would we do the happy path part of that? Well, we would repeat a whole lot of steps, but the Pavlovian bell should go off. There's a whole lot of steps the same between the happy path and the sad path. That doesn't seem very dry. We're repeating ourselves. So what do? Well, there's a background thing in Cucumber that says if you can run this before you run any of the scenarios. So there's a bunch of stuff that's common. You can just do it once. So this is, if we see this, this is the sad path. It's shorter than it used to be because we put the pieces of the sad path over here, but now the happy path can use it too. So before any of these scenarios are run, no matter which one is run, it does all the background work, and then you can just do the pieces of it. And we'll do the happy path after we define the real method. So summarizing Cucumber, it's this amazing thing. I just can't believe it. And when we go around and give talks about this, I was just at the University of Washington last week, I think of it as a magic trick. I show them the 3x5 cards and it turns into acceptance tests. It brings all these things together that you know. It colors step green. Like I said, usually you do the happy paths first, and we do this iteratively with BDD and TDD, as you'll see. And it lets us dry out these scenarios with the background. Okay,